start this unit is all about quadratics, and we need to talk about what is a quadratic and how do you find a quadratic. So we're looking at an introduction to quadratics. So a quadratic, whether it's an expression or equation or a function, it's in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so what makes it a quadratic is that you have an x squared. Now you might not have an x, so that would mean that your b is 0, or you might not have a c, so that would mean it's 0 as well. What makes it the quadratic is the x squared. So there are a couple different ways that you can get your quadratics, whether you're looking at a rectangle or a square. So if you're looking at a rectangle form, that means that your dimensions are not the exact same. So like for instance, if I had x plus 3 times x minus 2, these dimensions here are not the exact same. Therefore, they are different. With that being said though, currently it's not in quadratic standard form. So in order to find that, you need to actually distribute. I do not use the word FOIL because foiling only works if you have a 2 by 2. So this is just distribution. We have x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus 6. Now I do have like terms that I combine, so it's going to be x squared plus 1x minus 6. This is my quadratic in standard form. Notice that in standard form, you go from the highest degree down to the lowest. So that's the x squared, the x, and then no variable whatsoever. So this would be my quadratic in standard form. It's a rectangle again because the dimensions are not the same. Now if I have a square, that means the dimensions are the exact same. So I've got x minus 3 and x minus 3. I'm going to go ahead and distribute. So I've got x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9 to give me a final of x squared minus 6x plus 9. However, with a square, there is a shortcut you can use in that you're looking at the binomial square theorem. So let's say that I have x minus y. Actually, let's not use x. So we've got x minus y squared, which is going to equal, and this is where you don't have to do the distribution. You can just go through and just plug in your information in. Some people don't like doing it that way and they like to be able to work it out by hand. Doesn't matter. So x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. If it was x plus y, it'd be x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. A lot of people, what they do when they see this x plus y and then the square, they will take x squared and y squared and forget about the middle term. So make sure that you do not forget the middle term. So I showed you guys how to do this with distribution. Oh, sorry. Should show you an example here with this. So let's say that I have 3x minus 1 squared. I'd have this top one here. So this would be 3x squared minus 2 times 3x times 1 plus 1 squared. Notice you don't have to take into account the negatives. It already does it for you. So we would have here 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. Okay, as I was starting to say, I showed you how to use this, how to multiply using distribution. There is another method if you prefer, and this is what I like to call the box method. Some people like this method better. It's personal preference. So let's say that I had 2x minus 1 times 3x plus 4. So normally, this is how I would do it. I would do the distribution, but some people like the box. You're going to go 2x minus 1, and it's really kind of like a table. So we split that in half because we've got the 2x as one term and the negative 1 as another term. Then we take that 3x plus 4 and put that down the side. And we split that in half because we've got it separated out by terms. So in this box here, I then will take 2 times 3 to give me 6x squared. This box I go with the row by the column. So I've got, in this case, 3x times negative 1 to give me negative 3x. Ooh, did not want that. I'm going to go in the bottom left here, and I've got 8x. Bottom right gives me negative 4. Now I've got everything organized in that I can combine like terms. So I've got 6x squared minus, no, not minus, sorry, plus 5x minus 4. And the distribution method would do the same thing. So with that, this is an introduction to quadratics. In order to get your quadratics, you need it in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. And in order to get that, you need to either just use the distribution or the box method.